Destiny 2 Frontiers Developer Insight. Bungie has released a brand new article detailing solo ops coming to Frontiers next year. And today we're going to talk about everything you need to know. What is this and how it works? Welcome Guardians, let's take a look. So we've had multiple Frontiers developer insights over the last couple of weeks and months, but today we get a brand new one from Bungie called Solo Ops. Solo Ops apparently are short missions that are easy for lone players to jump into, quick to complete, and fun to replay. That last line there, fun to replay, could be huge if that's actually true. The TLDR is this. Solo Ops are 10-minute missions that can be completed by single players or fireteams. They are low-commitment options that still allow you to use challenge customization to make progress toward better gear, and they are being built for their experiences to stay fresh across repeated plays. Bungie first starts by mentioning the problem here. Over the last few years, they built on the premise of Destiny as a game where you can come together with Guardians and enjoy the game together. They've built a lot of match-made activities, from Battlegrounds to Onslaught, and rolled out features like the Fireteam Finder to make it easier than ever to group up with players and other people. They've watched the community come together like never before, and that's a great thing. Sometimes though, you just want to jump in and play for 10 or 20 minutes and feel like it was worth your time. Right now, your only options for doing so either put you in direct competition with other players like in Crucible or Gambit, or can feel like you're in a race to finish against your own fireteam members in strikes and battlegrounds. The activities best suited for solo players are time-consuming. Story missions can take half an hour or more to complete. Lost sectors require you to go into the destination to play them. And jumping into multiplayer activities as a solo player, for example soloing a dungeon, can be quite stressful and take even more time than the activity would with a fireteam. So they've identified a gap in the offerings, short activities that lone players can take at their own pace. So now here's the solution. Solo Ops are activities aimed at short play times and manageable for solo players. They will be launched from the brand new portal and have a target base play of 10 minutes. Each Solo Ops activity emphasizes the fun of Destiny's combat action gameplay, presenting players with straightforward objectives that focus on gunplay. Solo Ops missions aren't intended to be intense tests or build crafting prowess or thumb skill. Instead, they want them to focus on the joy of playing in Destiny's action sandbox in a way that's easy to jump into and play in just a few minutes. Now personally, I feel like this is a good option. We have many different tiers of activities in Destiny. Dungeons, raids could go on for a long time. You need a skilled fireteam to sometimes go through those activities. But other times you just want to sit back for a little bit and shoot some Destiny guns. The gunplay in this game is one of the best in any first-person game. So I'm excited to see what some of these solo ops actually look like. Solo ops will have reward scaling. These ops will support scoring and the challenge customization like many of the other activities. As such, they will allow players to make incremental progress toward better and more powerful gear, and support customizing the difficulty of the activity with a wide range of modifiers. You still want to play well in these solo ops activities. Your score will contribute to the quality of your loot, but we're trying to construct these missions so that getting a good score is a matter of moving, shooting, and looting rather than being determined by the loadout and build you bring into them. This next one is huge, mission variability. Another goal of solo ops is to create activities with higher variability between plays. Since you'll be playing these missions as a way of making progress toward better gear, they are trying to make sure they can stay fresh longer and are making them less predictable in what content you see. For example, at this time, they're aiming to have each mission come with a variant for at least 2 combatant factions, each one with a unique objective associated with it. Solo missions will sometimes come with optional goals that only present themselves once you're in the activity, like the presence of a treasure goblin, or passageways to secret rooms opening where they are normally closed. We're also scattering random treasure chests throughout the activity, and finding them will get you a bonus to your final score. One piece of activity tech that they've been working to build for these missions is a dynamic enemy spawning system. The system runs behind the scenes, monitoring how well you're doing, how long it's been since you've been in combat, and how close you are to getting to your objective. From that, it'll then spawn squads of enemies when the system determines that you need to be challenged. Unlike their other activities where enemy spawn cadence and locations are often very scripted, solo ops missions will spawn enemies at unpredictable times from places where you may not expect them to be. In solo ops, you'll visit exciting locations. Since these are a part of the core game that is free to play for everyone, they also want to take advantage of the fact that across the game there are so many locations that are either not used in free content or are underused despite being a fun place to play. A lot of beautiful, exciting spaces in Destiny play host to only single-player story missions, and players have no reason to go to those places outside of that mission. Some, like the Salzburgs area in the EDZ, are currently entirely unused. There are awesome, uniquely Destiny spaces, and we think solo ops is a great venue for going back and visiting some of these places that may have not gotten as much attention as their craftsmanship deserves. And I definitely agree. I made a video about unused Destiny locations at the beginning of this year. Solo ops missions will take you into places that you might have visited before, but the new objectives and dynamic enemy spawning system help to make the experience feel both fresh and familiar. For many players, solo ops missions might be the first time you go to these locations, and they think everyone should have a chance to experience these iconic spaces. So to me, it sounds like they're reusing places we've seen before, but maybe there'll be some new ones. Now, these are solo ops designed for solo players, but that doesn't mean you can't play with 3-player fire teams. Bungie's not going to tell you that you can't play with your friends. They are working on a system though to automatically scale up the difficulty of the encounters based on your fireteam size. However, if you want to play with other people, apparently fireteam ops are going to offer more efficient paths for better gear. Solo ops will not have matchmaking. And in terms of champions, banes, and specific modifiers, they haven't locked down any specific set of modifiers yet. They do plan to support banes as they think they can offer some exciting ways to increase the variety of experiences, but that's what we have for now. So overall, I think this is a good addition. We haven't had something like this in Destiny, catered to solo players and activities you just want to jump into and complete for a little bit. Sometimes you don't want to be in a strike for 25 minutes if it's taking that long. You just want to jump in, shoot some fun Destiny guns and exotics, and get some rewards. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about these solo ops, and if you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and information like this, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.